Welcome to Cult Fiction. We have a special episode today. Bueller is going to enthrall us with a story about something really important and really fucking cool that's happened to him. So, take it away, man. Tell us what's going on.
Without getting too long in the lore of this thing, recently found out that I'm actually Native American, and it's kind of fitting because we have Columbus Day coming up on Monday, right? Which is also Indigenous Persons Day. So it kind of fits in with my background a little bit. But yeah, so
Thought you were Italian before.
Right.
did big switcheroo, and so this kind of works. We're doing a Native American podcast today on Native American films, and and oddly enough, the tribe that I belong to is called the Chickasaw tribe. They're out in Oklahoma. Um, they were one of the five civilized tribes that were moved down there during the Trail of Tears. They moved from Tennessee. They've done a lot of really big, good things with their tribal documents and their constitution and things like that. I won't bore you with all the details, but they've done a lot of really interesting things with their tribal government. And one of the things they do is they have a film industry,
Hmm.
which I thought was kind of prudent to what we do here. Um, so actually, they have a gathering every year, and at that gathering on Thursday night, and I'm gonna mispronounce the hell out of this because I'm not caught up on my Chickasaw pronunciations. But on Thursday nights, they do something called Holba Pisashi. I think it's Holba Pisashi. It's the Native American Film Festival where they showcase films that are made by Native Americans. Some of them are documentaries, some of them are shorts, some of them are full length. You can actually go for the full day. It's free to the public to go and watch all these films. They do awards, an award ceremony at the end of the night, and things like that. Um, it's a long day, but it's a film festival, so you kind of got to expect a long day from that. The other cool thing they do is they have a whole setup for extras for Native Americans on films
That's cool.
for Hollywood.
Nice.
Um, I wanted to give you guys some credits for films that they've done, but I lost that Google search. But I swear I saw something attached to Wind River, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Hmm.
And was it Killers of the Flower Moon? Is that what it is?
Right. Yeah, that was a newer one.
I want to say it
hmm
had something to do with that, but yeah, they have a way to sign up to where if you're Native American, you're part of the tribe, then they'll put you on a casting list, and you have the opportunity to be a Native American extra if the film calls for Native Americans, because obviously they want to be as authentic as possible. Um, I can't do it,
Right,
but
right, right.
no, but it is a possibility for those people out there that may be watching that may have Native American ancestry and can fit the part. If you kind of want to break into it a little bit, you want to be an extra on the set somewhere and kind of get to know how things work and maybe work your way up. So it's kind of a cool thing that the Chickasaw tribe does. It's one of the many facets of the avenues they have out there on the tribal land, because they have a lot of there's so many different businesses and so many different things that
Hmm.
they do. And it's interesting to find out that they have a whole media department and social media department and a film department
Hmm.
and all this other stuff. And again, with it being the weekend that it is, it kind of fit in for us to have this kind of podcast going today. So I'm glad that we could do it.
Right. So I was thinking about it, and I know that there's I feel like there's almost two kinds of Native American movies, right? There's like kind of contemporary Native American movies, which is like Life on the Reservation, what it's like to be a Native American in America today, that kind of thing, right? And then there's like your old school Native American movies, like Last of the Mohicans, right? Where it's like actual Native Americans operating in a Native American environment. Um, so I thought maybe if you guys are down, we'll just kind of go around and pick one of each that we think is maybe our favorite or is kind of cool. I can go first. I'll You already brought it up. Wind River, I think, was probably my favorite contemporary Native American movie, and one of my favorite movies just in general.
hmm
That was an amazing film, and it really gave you uh, um, an eye into what it is like to be on the reservation today. And it was, man, it was jarringly good. Largely because Jeremy Renner just tore it off in that movie. Super good. If you haven't seen Wind River, you should check it out.
Yeah,
Just
I've
You
been
need to
saying
watch
for a while, I feel like
that.
it's the best movie of the last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good.
It,
Uh,
it's one of those movies, if I could jump on it, it's one of those movies where I watched it because I'll watch movies all the time without my wife and just because I want to watch a movie. It's one of those movies where I watched it and I watched it again the same day with her. She
right.
said, "You have
Mm.
to see this movie."
Right. Right. Yeah,
It's so good.
and I get that. And that's rare that you can do that with a movie. And then for for an old school like Native American movie, I'm gonna pick Prey. I'm
Fucker
gonna
picked like
say
both of mine.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Prey because I thought that was dope. I thought that
Yeah.
was super cool, man. I enjoyed it. I thought that they were respectful of the Native American culture without being like condescending or anything like that. And also, it worked in the universe, in the Predator universe. You know, it was like this really interesting kind of juxtaposition. So I'm going for those two. Also, I just want to say, Joe, I think it's really cool that you're like getting in touch with your roots and you're making an effort to understand where you come from. I just think that's cool.
Well, thanks, man. It's been a process, and the process is still ongoing, but it's been a very interesting journey, to be honest with you. And one of these days when we have a sit down, I would love to tell you guys more details. But man, it's been very enlightening.
We
Really.
will. We'll do it. Try tip and beer. Okay, why don't you lay your picks on us there, sir?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because thinking of a contemporary movie that showcases the Native American culture today versus something that showcases the Native American culture previously, I wasn't aware we were doing something like that.
Okay,
So
well you
I
pick
didn't.
dude, you pick whatever the hell you want,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't really have that juxtaposition. So I'm going to use my privilege here.
Kind of
Uh,
sucks if you don't use it, right? No.
yeah, exactly. Um, I mean, how can you not say Last of the Mohicans?
Hmm.
I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is just amazing.
Right.
The movie itself is phenomenal, and to kind of piggyback off what you said, it's also hard to do a podcast like this uh, in our film industry and find movies that also portray the Native American culture in a positive light because American movie history didn't always do that. I mean, we had the whole with the award ceremony, who gave up their awards so somebody could speak on behalf of
I
the
think it
Native
was Brando.
the Brando, yeah, Brando.
Mhm.
And that was a big controversy with John Wayne and all kinds of things. And
Sure.
it's been in American movie history for a long time. It's like savages and things like that.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, Cowboys and Indians was a genre for a long time.
exactly.
Was
Wow.
it Brando? I mean, I think it was Brando, wasn't it?
You said
Or was
Brando,
the
and
guy?
that's I had Brando
I'm pretty
sitting.
sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like almost 1,000% sure it was Brando, especially since you said it. But when I watched Last of the Mohicans, which is one of my wife's favorite movies, and I'll
Mhm.
watch it with her anytime because I just feel like they did a great job with that. You already said Prey, and I'll catch shit for this one, but I think the message was there, even though the movie might not have been great. I'm gonna go with Wind Talkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I
I
did
liked
see
Wind
that.
Yeah,
Talkers.
I like Wind Talkers.
I
Yeah.
thought I
yeah,
thought that was a good flick.
it wasn't very well received ratings wise. I mean, it's only got like a 6.1, I think, on IMDb.
Hmm.
But you got Nicolas Cage, you got the Navajo Wind Talkers, and I thought
Extremely important, like to the
Yeah,
United States war
extremely
effort.
important.
it
Like that
was
was
like it has the virtue of being a mostly true story
Yeah,
anyway.
and
You know,
I'm
right.
based
like
on true
I'm actually
events.
trying. I have the Rosetta Stones in my car for the Chickasaw language that I'm trying to learn, which is it's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. It's
I
somebody who's like,
bet.
I tried to learn French and Spanish in high school, and I didn't do well at that. So trying to learn this is not easy for me either. But I can say Chakma means welcome, and
Mm.
that's about it. Uh, but I can say Chickasaw Saya, which means I am Chickasaw.
There
And
you go.
I think yeah, and I think I can say turtle. No, probably not. I'm not even gonna try. But,
Turtle.
but there you go. No, I had to do some looking. I had to do some digging. But yeah, I think Wind Talkers was one that stood out to me, something that I enjoyed, and I thought not only portrayed things in a positive light, but was also a pretty good flick.
Cool. Cool. All right. Alex, what do you got?
I mean, I could go ahead and pick, Wind River, Last of the Mohicans, and everything too. But I'm just going to focus on one thing that I saw in the last few years. The TV show called Dark Winds, and
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if any of you guys saw that. That's a really good show. I think it had 3 seasons. I haven't seen the third season, but that's a really good show. In a way, you can kind of almost compare it to Wind River because it's takes place mostly around on and around the reservation, but it's sort of like a crime mystery drama.
Yeah, it's like the sheriff of the reservation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
You'd
was
recognize the actor. He was on one of the seasons of Fargo, and he's been in some other
right,
stuff too.
right.
What's it called again?
Dark
Dark
Winds.
Winds.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 seasons of that too. I didn't know there was a third season. That's cool.
Oh, you saw the first 2 seasons?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that was a good show.
It was.
Yeah.
It was solid.
And like I said, it's not similar to Wind River, but it just kind of reminds me in the same way of how it focuses on the life in and around the reservation too. It's like the guy's the sheriff, so he's kind of gone, and gone elsewhere and been successful. So there's some animosity between him and like old schoolers. So it's
Sure.
just sort of like, it's just a great show, in all honesty. And I haven't seen the third season yet, and it does this thing where it kind of toes the line between, like the Native American lore and like what's real and what's just, myth and stuff like that, but it never goes into full like mystical territory, but it's just sort of like, talk about it, maybe
Right.
not. But yeah, I mean, that's something I highly recommend to anybody. Just in general, it's a great show that I don't think gets enough love. But
Fair
then
enough.
it also had a really cool insight into the culture.
Set in 1971 in the Chickasaw Nation.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. It's worth checking out. I thought it was, and that guy again, I can't remember his name. The head actor in that show, man, he does a really good job. He's very interesting. So yeah, cool, good pick.
Is it Zan McLaren?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. What do you got, Eric?
So,
What did you find the last 2 minutes?
what's that?
You took your pick. So what did you find?
Yeah,
out?
sorry
No,
for taking your picks.
No, I have another one. Just because because of Bueller's thing, because obviously this is something that Bueller's. I'm like dusting my fucking statues and shit. I'm like, I'm literally dusting statues. But this is something that Bueller's been doing for about better part of 2 years now, right? I mean, that you've been learning about 18 months.
We're about the 1.5 year mark. Yeah.
Yeah. So he my wife from the stories and stuff, we did ancestry.com, and we did, and my wife started doing her thing, and with ancestry you get a leaf and then another leaf and then blah blah blah. On my mom's side of the family, I got to like great grandfather, and that was about it. Like it's 7 people. Her family tree is like literally 3,700 people in hers, because it just kept going to. And we found out it was because like my kid's 15th great grandfather is Montezuma, the king of the Aztecs. So I'm picking Apocalypto. So
Nice.
So I'm going with
Dude,
Apocalypto.
Yes, that was a great movie.
That was a great movie.
That was a great movie. Damn.
So I'm going Apocalypto. Yeah, that movie was. It's rough.
If you haven't seen Apocalypto, like Wind River, if you take two things away from this episode, Wind River and Apocalypto are must-watch movies.
Must-watch movies.
Yeah, and they're rough. And I'm still gonna say Prey because, like I appreciate Prey because of how much it proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard about it, I was like, really? Like, being the sexist that I am, like, oh, another female lead. Oh, God damn it. And then it was like, oh, the Predators versus Native Americans from like the 1600s. Oh, bro, they're dead. They're like all dead, And man, they just did a good job with it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching the trailer, and she was like taking down like 3 guys at once, and I was like, oh, here we go. But then you watch the movie, and yeah, she took down like the 3 guys who were making beans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they were the cooks, they were like the hunters.
3 weakest guys in the camp.
Yeah. And the thing is that made sense. Like she snuck out on, she took them out. Like they did it so good, the way she was able to like because she was seen as not a threat, she was able to watch the various ways that the predator killed the other people, and then knew like, oh, this thing comes out and will fucking,
Right,
rip your
right.
head off or something like that. It was just really smart. I thought it was really smart. I thought it was really good. Her brother was dope. Her brother was dope.
Mhm.
So I'm still gonna say pray and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
eat it. How you guys
I-
like my like 6 different venue to like I like like 6 different venues because my house is getting freaking
You're in a new room like every day. It's amazing.
every other time I'm in a new room. We're doing floors. We're like all I'm doing is like measuring. I'm measuring stuff all day,
I like
just measuring things.
I like the trim
And
work in that room.
I
Is
just
that Brody's room?
no. This is like the spare bedroom.
Oh, I like the
But
trim work, dude. Looks good.
oh yeah, that was from like before, and
Yeah, it
just
looks real
always
good.
measuring things.
That's great.
So
I don't even know what the joke
Okay.
is.
you didn't. I thought Jumo got it. I thought Jumo got it. Bueller, did you get it?
I don't
The
even
measuring
know.
things.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just measuring things
Yeah, because you
Right.
got way too many inches up there, bro.
Subtle,
Wow.
very subtle.
Subtle dick joke. So I would
oh, come on, guys. I thought
I
you
would
could-
I would throw out an honorable mention. I would say Dances with Wolves, great
Of course.
movie, and also
I mean,
Thunderheart with Val Kilmer.
yeah,
I
honorable
saw that
mention
one.
to Dances with Wolves, the thing that won Best Picture in 1989.
Yep, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
There's a special place in my heart for Creepshow 2.
Oh yeah.
Woodenhead.
Old Chief
The
Woodenhead.
statue, yeah.
Just because, man, that was back in the day when everything was on VHS. Remember?
Right.
I don't remember what it was, but it was just some audio cord or whatever, where you could finally tape a VHS tape to another VHS, which blew our minds. So like the first things I ever copied was like Creepshow 2,
Right.
Howard the Duck. So,
Quality. Just
man,
quality.
Duck
because I
is
used to, like,
the
all the
Howard
time.
Duck's
I
so
just,
bad.
Dude.
Dude, I tried to watch Howard the Duck about 15 years ago.
No, you can't do it.
I couldn't even make it. I
You
couldn't
can't
even.
do it.
And I remember being like a kid, like being 8
Sure.
years old, like Howard the
Dude,
Duck's
it was
great.
like,
Tried to watch
all
it
over
again,
to
and
the
like
universe, dude.
at
Yeah.
30, it was
Versus
the
the Duck
worst thing
Man.
I'd ever seen.
Was
I
it?
was like,
it was
"Jeez."
worse than Never-Ending Story.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Oh, I would say.
I finished
mean,
Neverending Story.
I haven't revisited Howard the Duck, but I can only imagine how bad
No.
it is.
It's so bad.
I haven't revisited Creepshow 2 either. I like that. The
Dude, Creepshow 2.
warm space in my heart.
Creepshow 2, the Old Chief Woodenhead was the second story. The first one.
I believe it was the first one, and then
No. The first one was the one on the raft. That was the first story.
I think that was the second.
Oh, where
Was
the
it the
thing
second
came
story?
up through the
Yeah.
panels. That was fucked up.
That messed
That
with
was
me,
fucked
dude.
up.
That messed with me. I didn't want to swim in the reservoir after I watched that. I was like,
Yeah.
Which one was the one
Yeah.
with the lake where they all went swimming in the lake? And
That
That's
was
what he's talking about.
That was
Yeah.
Creepshow 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Creepshow 2.
so they were on the floating dock, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said rap like an idiot, but it was a it was a floating
Yeah.
dock. Yeah, it was like a dock. Yeah, and it came up through the panels.
Yeah.
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 And
That
then
was rough.
they have like the do not swim danger sign.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But they
That was
didn't
brutal.
see the sign.
Yeah.
If they had seen the sign,
It would
I
have
don't
been
know if
safe.
I'd watch
everybody's
that
life
even
would
right
have been
now.
saved.
That's it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if
uh,
I'd watch it right now because I don't want to be like re-traumatized.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dude,
No
there's
doubt.
stuff. I'm telling you, the '80s had so many things like that just trumped. Dude, Children of the Corn.
Mm.
For
Yeah.
the rest of my life, children are just creepy. You know, like no, I remember being in college and we were talking about this. I'm like, children are creepy, right? And they were like, well, what do you mean? And we lived in Davis, so everything was pretty like safe. Like we'd keep our front door open and stuff. And I said, think of it like this: if a dude came to, our door was open, and I was like, if a dude came to that door right now with like a hockey mask on and a machete, you would be like scared, but also understand why he thinks that he's going to kill you, right? But if like a dead-eyed child came to the door, you'd be like, what? Like, I should just be able to knock you over. And like, there's no reason why you should be trying to come after me. That creepiness is like, I should just be able to knock you over like an Oompa
It's
Loompa.
disconcerting.
And
It's like, what do you know that I don't
Yeah.
know?
Why are
exactly,
you
what
so
do you know that
confident?
I don't?
Yeah. Why
Right.
do
You
you,
know,
Yeah.
what's that?
Creepy.
so why
Creepy.
do you have that confidence? Well, I live like
Exactly. Why do you
almost
have that
directly
confidence?
across the street from a cornfield, and the corn's tall
Mm,
enough now to where I don't want to go running around it. So
yeah.
Nah, nah,
I
I'm good.
understand that. I understand that.
also, I got to say, when I was a kid, my grandparents had a cabin. We're in California. There's a town called Arnold up in the hills, and they had a place we could walk to from the cabin called Blue Lake Springs, right? And this is like Blue Lake Springs. This sounds like a goddamn horror movie already. But
Right.
anyway, we could walk to it, and there was this big man-made lake. But like realistically, now that I'm 46 years old, it was more like a man-made fucking pond.
Mm,
It had two floating docks in the middle of it that were anchored down. And after I saw Creepshow 2, I wouldn't swim out to those for like 2 years.
nope.
No, no,
Nope.
I wouldn't swim out there now.
Yeah.
No, dude, I wouldn't swim out there now for different reasons. Way
Yeah,
different reasons now. But
Right.
when
yeah.
I was a kid, I didn't give a shit about the frogs and
I
like,
would swim out there now because ponds are gross.
dude, it was
Right, right.
so gross. So gross, bro. So gross. But
Uh,
Yeah,
there was a point when I was a kid and I didn't care about all the stuff that was floating in there that probably shouldn't be. I was
right.
more worried about the ooze that didn't exist, uh,
yeah,
as opposed to the ooze that did exist.
yeah. Yeah, like where I live, people were jumping in canals, bro. It was
Uh,
just like,
Yeah, we used to swim in
we used
canals
to
all
swim
the
in
time.
canals, and now
Can't even conceive of doing that now.
I
think
know,
about
We had
it,
a
and I'm
canal by
like,
our house that we would
and
walk and
there's like
swim through.
tires in there and God knows what.
Shopping
And then,
carts.
but when there's water in there, all that stuff is gone.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
doesn't
that's
exist.
what happens.
Doesn't
All
exist.
that stuff is gone, and it's just water.
Right,
You know,
right. Yeah, yeah.
You
We used to swim in the
scrape
canal,
your
and then
foot.
it drained. One time it drained after we had gone swimming. They drained the canal, and there's like a dead cow at the bottom of it there.
uh,
And I'm just like, oh, what have I been doing? I don't know. I don't know.
You
It's
got it in
gross.
your mouth and everything, bro.
You got a bad ear infection once from swimming
Yeah,
in the canals.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
a gunky ass.
I did. I haven't been the same
Well,
since.
It was mad cow disease.
yeah, if you guys had your vagina back then, you would have got a yeast infection.
um,
See, I'm
That's
saying you
right.
have one now.
good one. Good
Boom.
one.
Boom. Any
Roasted.
Oh, that's good.
any final thoughts, Joe, before we sign off of our Native American episode? What do you think?
No, I mean, I would just say like I think Hollywood's trending in the right direction, and I'm not trying to be an activist or anything like that, but it is kind of nice to see, especially knowing what I know now, Native American culture being perceived in a positive light when it
Mm,
comes to film, as opposed to what it was in the past. But we have a lot of things in the past that we have to look at to evolve from. I mean, if you look at old Warner Brothers Looney Tunes cartoons and stuff like that,
sure.
there was some terrible shit that was
Some
done.
questionable shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
Or
some of those
great.
companies, right? Some of those companies don't hide it, and they're like, "Look, we did this. It was
Yeah.
okay for the time, but hey, we've learned. We're evolving." And I feel like that's kind of what the film industry is doing now too. One of my favorite, one of my favorite movies to watch over and over right now is Magnificent Seven. Uh,
Mm,
I love the cast, the newer version. I love the all-star cast. It's a fun movie to watch, and they have two different sides of the Native American culture in there. They have the guy who's on the Seven side, and they have the guy who's on the bad guy's side. And
Mhm.
it's also cool to see the juxtaposition there of having these two opposing forces that are also both Native Americans. And so I think it's just a cool thing to see Hollywood evolving with that and trying to be more. I guess I don't want to say inclusive, but I guess that's the right
no,
word.
I think inclusivity is a good thing. You know what? I was gonna ask something. What about are Inuit tribes considered Native American, and are Maoli tribes, Hawaii, are they considered Native American?
I can't. Inuit are for sure. I can't say for sure about the Hawaiian tribes. I want to say yes, simply because they're an American state now.
Right,
Initially, it's the same thing. If you go Aztec and Mayan, I mean, of course they're North American, but I
right.
think, and fuck me if I'm way off base here, but I feel like when people talk about Native American, they're more referring to the continental U.S.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm not sure about Hawaii.
No, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
that's why I'm not
I,
sure about Central American tribes and things like that. I'm not.
Right.
I'm
I would just throw an honorable mention out there to Moana because I really liked Moana.
agreed.
2 cents. Liked
Uh,
Moana.
I want to say there's like 450 recognized tribes in the U.S., which is something.
Yeah.
It's a number I heard recently.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think Moana would be a Pacific Islander.
Right. Well,
yeah.
there's the Maori from New Zealand were like the progenitors
Oh,
of
Maori.
Maori. I think it's pronounced Maori, and then Maoli with an L was the tribe in Hawaii. But I don't know if that tribe would be considered Native American, even though Hawaii is part of America, right? So
I think I'm with
I would
Eric.
say no,
I would
honestly.
say Pacific Islanders. Yeah.
Pacific
Yeah.
Islanders, yeah. I still like Moana. But if if the Inuit tribe is considered Native American, there was an awesome movie with Barry Pepper called Snow Walker that I would recommend. That was a great
Oh, I
flick.
think I've heard of that one.
That was really good. That was really good.
I mean, if we're
Technically, I
gonna
feel like
include Eskimos, man, and go
What's
for
that?
if we're gonna include Eskimo stuff, we have the Terror too. That was a great show.
Oh yeah,
Terror. You can watch that on Hulu.
dude, that was
That was really good.
that was really good and crazy. All right, cool. Well, that's our Native American episode. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you on the flip side.